How can you sell your Maryland property from out of state? Hi, my name is Fernando Rebozo. I am with Maxus Realty Group of Samsung Properties, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a comprehensive guide how to do this, how to sell a property in the state of Maryland when you are out of state. One of the main things that we're going to be covering on this video is going to be about the current Maryland real estate market conditions based on your neighborhood, not just the whole state, but the neighborhood, to making sure that you have the right pricing on top. Then we're gonna help you also preparing your property, and more importantly, you're preparing the property with the right real estate agent so you can go ahead and sell this property without any problems or stress. Number three, we're gonna choose the right real estate agent. I'm gonna show you how to do this. Obviously, I would like for you to consider my services, but make sure that you are listening to this video so you can see what things you should consider when you're hiring a real estate agent. Also, we're going to be talking about the tax implications of the sale. Coming from out of state, there are several tax implications that can be possibly very costly to you as an owner of a property in Maryland when you leave out of state. You need to be very careful on this part. Then we're also going to show you how to develop marketing techniques, how to connect with your landlord, with the tenant, to making sure that they are willing to help us sell the property, and at the same time, how to prepare your property to sell and making sure that you are getting this property in the proper condition prior to selling, because you want to get the most money for the property. So let's get started right away. Again, my name is Fernando Rebozo. I am with Maxus Realty Group of Samsung Properties. I have several years of experience, over 25 years, to helping people sell properties, specifically helping people from out of state selling properties. And this is very important for you to have somebody who has experience, because this is something that it needs to be done right from the very beginning. How you're going to be able to prepare that property for sale with the help of a real estate agent is very important for you to get the most money. Not only preparing how to connect with your tenants, but at the same time, how you can arrange with the right people to make those little details and changes in your property so you can invest maybe $2,000-$3,000 but sell it for over $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 more. This is very important for you. You need to get as much money from this property, and that's what we're here to help you do. So how do you choose a right real estate agent? It's not only somebody who has experience, but also has experience dealing with properties from out-of-state owners, dealing with title companies and title attorneys, to making sure that the tax implications are well understood from the very beginning. Somebody who has the connections with contractors to be able to do the right repairs prior to selling. Somebody who has the psychology to be able to have a good relationship with your tenants, so they are able to help you do the whole process without any problems, any fighting at the end. So it's very important that person has to be well-rounded, who understands the process and who understands the ramifications of, if one of those little things is not working, that's when it's going to basically mean that you're going to get possibly less money for your property. You're going to lose money at the end. So this is the reason why you have to be very careful choosing the right real estate agent. What about the legal and tax ramifications on selling your property from out of state? You know, I'm not an attorney. I'm not an accountant. I cannot advise you specifically about your case until they actually know exactly what is your financial conditions. But I can tell you that in the state of Maryland, you have some taxes you may have to pay because you are from out of state. And obviously, you have a window of time prior to putting the property in the market to making sure that you apply so you can basically not pay those taxes at closing. And you have to go through a process of permit applications that you have to go through. And I can help you with that. I'm going to give you all the information once I know your case. But it requires time. In some cases, I think it's 21 days that you're going to have to do prior to the closing of your property, or prior to putting the property in the market, to making sure that you are protected from these extra taxes. So give me a call so I can give you all this information based on your current information and your current situation, basically. How can you effectively market rental properties and with the tenants while they're living in there? Obviously, you don't want to have your property empty and vacant because ideally that will be perfect for somebody to sell a property. But we know that the tenant may be staying for those in the house for until the last minute. So how we can connect with that tenant to making sure that they can assist us, show the property without having any problems, without having any conditions, and making sure that the future buyer will not have any problem seeing the property and be able to be connecting with those tenants when they are at the property. So it's very important that we connect with them, coordinate this thing in such a way that we're going to solve these problems right from the very beginning. What should you know about the Montgomery County rental market as an out-of-state landlord? So the rental market we were talking about is what are the laws and conditions in Montgomery County when you are selling a property and you have tenants in place. We're going to make sure that we're going to follow those rules and guidelines by Montgomery County, and we are going to guide you through the process in a way that's going to protect you. So this is how important that is. What are some ways to engage the tenants during property showings and the sales price? That's, again, this is one of the major problems. If the tenants feel like they're being pushed away from the house, they may not be too happy to be showing the property to some prospective buyers. For that reason, they need some reasoning. They need somebody to talk to them. They need somebody to connect with them, to actually, implore for them to help you sell the property. In that way, we can give incentives. We have different techniques that we use to be able to do this, where the tenant is willing to help us sell the property. And I will be able to share that with you once we get connected. And finally, about the new technology. Can you do closings for real estate out of state and not having to travel to the state of Maryland to be able to do the final closing? And the answer is yes. You can do closings now online from out of the country. We have the new technology now to be able to do this, where you can make the connections with the right title company, with the right attorneys. So at the end, you can sign the papers and have to validate your ownership of the house via Zoom, via a connection with by computer, and then basically at the end, have your money wired to your account with no problem. Those things are possible nowadays. The only thing you need to do is connect with us, so we can connect you with the right persons, the right companies to be able to provide you with this remote closings without any problem. Again, my name is Fernando Herboso. I am with Samson Properties, Maxus Realty Group, and we're here to help you. If you decided you want to go ahead and take the first step to sell a property in the state of Maryland, give me a call at 240-426-5754. Thank you. Have a great day.